Hello everyone, odedex here, welcome to episode 151 of S02E151 Let's Play. So in the previous episode I finally completed my Molten Redstone and Molten Ender projects, and they are also now a part of my Liquid Warehouse. And today, obviously I would like to continue with this Liquid Warehouse project, but something before I do that. I actually started to keep track of what's going on with my nether farming, or nether mining to be more precise. And actually I've encountered something interesting. Now, I already added all of those extraction materials to the import bus. So I've added mushrooms, nether brick, flint, gravel, and nether brick fence because I've encountered all of those things. Now I can actually go ahead and take a look at the actual mining. I can also show you that I already got 20,000 netherrack. I may want to start considering turning off the drill when I don't need it, but I can show you how crazy it got. Like, it's really far. It's really far. Now I'd rather not have any ghasts shooting fireballs at the tracks because it makes them explode. But yeah, this this mining drill is kind of serious. This is crazy. I've encountered another one of those lines of I assume lava. There I've encountered nether fortress, and another gas just spawned here, and just it keeps going, and there we go right here. So getting to this point still leaves the engine with more than 2.5 stacks of fuel. So at first I was afraid that at some point there might be a distance where 3 stacks of coal in terms of fuel will simply not be able to make the cart go back and forth. Apparently it will be a very long time before that, so this is actually quite crazy. However, I really like the fact that it is working. I expected to have some problems with this mining, but it's working, so it's awesome. Alright, so actually there's a change that I'd like to make. So when I actually set up my small cargo system here, I actually started complaining and grumbling about the lack of some sort of an advanced filter available in the Dark 20 pack, but apparently I was wrong, and I was kind of stupid. And user Angelo Maxi actually PN'd me and told me about something that I didn't know, or to be more precise, I forgot. Red Power gives you something called a manager. A manager is kind of I don't really want to declare it as kind of the logistics pipes of Red Power because it's not really easy. However, you can kind of use it that way. But when you get only one manager, it actually has a very interesting use that I'm going to use it for. So let's go get one. Now, it's actually a very advanced block. I think it's, apart from the computer, it's pretty much the most advanced block available from Red Power at the time of making this video. Which actually is going to require a sorting machine and a regulator. Now both of them are also kind of complicated on their own, but I should have all the needed materials to actually create them. I already got a regulator available. I think for a sorting machine I'm going to need to manually create one. So I'm going to need some blue alloy ingots, some iron, some red dot wafers, and I think a filter. Yeah. Okay, so let's get filter. Some red doped wafers and some blue alloy ingots. Let's just get a little bit more. Okay, this is going to take a while because these things require cooking. What else do I need? Iron, wood, and yeah, that's it. So let's get some iron and some wood. Preferably a little bit more. Okay, I think that should be. I think I've just killed within one of my alloy furnaces. This is not doing anything. This is not doing anything. So which one of those has the recipe for? Oh wait, I should have asked for more. Forgot the recipe difference. Okay, so let's get one more red dot wafer, and I should be on my way to actually craft it. So first, a sorting machine, just one, and then the actual manager. Oh, I need two more red dot wafers. Okay, be right back. Okay, so let's set it up. So I need the planks here. This, let's just do this. So this here, this here, this here, this, a regulator, and a sorting machine. Gives me the manager. And a manager, because it's a very high tier red power machine, it actually also require electricity. So let's quickly set up a very compact and small system to actually supply it with electricity. I don't think it's going to require that much, but even just a little bit, it's going to require some sort of maintenance. So let's get just one solar panel and one battery, and that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna just get one battery to charge it up. So let's get one of those batteries and use it to charge it up. And again, I'm gonna use the manager in a very specific way. It probably has many other different and complicated uses, but what I'm gonna use it for is actually quite simple. So let's take this battery and start setting it up. So what's going to happen, I'm actually going to need one interface to replace the import bus, because it's going to be working differently now. So the import bus goes away. Not going to use it anymore. And I'm going to place the manager right here. Now I'm going to need to rotate this, okay, like this. And the way the manager works, there is kind of this priority here. There are priorities from 0 to 9. And when you have a network of those managers, you can actually decide which managers at the network are higher priority than others. Now, I'm not going to use that feature because I only have one, so it doesn't actually make any difference what a priority it is. However, there is this mode. I think this mode pretty much keeps the inventory precisely as I want it to, and this one kind of not exactly. You'll see what I mean exactly in 1 second. Let's charge it up. So I'm going to need some electricity available here, and I'm going to do some changes because of it. This will be blocked. Okay, let's get some more jacket wire and kind of move things around a little bit. So place this, and this. This goes away, and this. I could also potentially change the rest of those the regulators to managers, but I don't really want to. Like I like the way they work right now, so I'm just gonna keep it that way. Again, the feature what I'm trying to do here is import everything from this inventory except for a stack of coal, a stack of tracks, and a stack of stone. So what I'm going to do is take one of each. I'm going to take a stack of tracks, a stack of coal, and a stack of stone. I'm going to place that in that manager. So this, and this. And those are not ghost items, unfortunately. And I'm going to keep it on the exact mode. So what that means is if I have more coal or tracks or stones, although it's not possible because of the regulators, this is going to push them out. However, if I put this on this mode, if I put some tracks in here, for example, nothing will happen. Let's just give it some energy so you can see that it's working. Okay. So if I, for example, put some tracks at the moment, nothing happens. Because this is on this mode, on this rotation mode. I'm not exactly sure what it stands for, but this is what it does. If I go for the exact mode, it should kick those tracks out. Although I think I have some issues with energy at the moment. This block kind of acts very, very strange. This is some very odd behavior. Very odd behavior. Okay, let's try just replacing the batteries. So place this here and place this one here. And the truck just came for another trip. Of course, nothing will be exported at the moment because I have no energy. And actually, you know what? Let's quickly place the interface here. So the manager outputs to something. And again, restore the energy thingy and place this. Oh, I know what's the problem. Batteries don't send out energy when they have a signal on them. This is a problem that I had before. That's the problem that I had with the engine originally, and the regulators constantly emit a signal. Let's solve that. Let's just get some blue electric wire. Don't think I have any here. Should have some here. Yep. Okay, so this needs energy. Let's do it like this. So this will be here, and this will be here. So now it should have some energy without any problems. Yep. Okay, now it has energy. And you should see it starts flashing around because it starts pulling things out. Now, obviously, at the moment, it's only pulling out netherrack. It didn't pull any of the coal or tracks or stones because it's not supposed to. At the moment, it's on the exact mode, so I actually expect it to pull those tracks as well. Let's see in 1 second. Because it has at the moment more than a stack, so it should pull those out as well, I think. Yep, it pulled up to exactly 1 stack. Now, the regulator doesn't fill it up again because it recognizes there is a full stack, but for example, if I change this to this rotation mode and let the regulator refuel it, now as you can see it doesn't kick any tracks out, but I don't want that state. I want it to only keep exactly 1 stack of each. So I'm going to keep it on that mode, on the exact mode. It's going to keep a stack of each from the managed inventory, which is obviously the cargo manager, and anything else will be outputted. So this way I pretty much replaced the export bus, or the import bus to be more precise, the import bus from manually updating it with new items to simply anything new will be exported out. So this is pretty much taken care of. Okay, so let's get back to our liquid warehouse project. Let's get rid of some of those batteries. I don't want to have too many different types of them. Let's do something like this. Let's just dump this in here. Okay. So, I still got 4 tanks available until I have to actually expand. And there are a couple more liquids that I want to take care of. Coming to my mind at the moment, there are 2 that I'd like to change. Hopefully in this episode, if not in the next one. And those are seed oil and honey. And so far, from seed oil and honey, I've been doing kind of something similar to what I've been doing here, although not exactly. I kind of always outputted enough seed oil and honey drops to actually create the honey cans, and then kind of use the crafting mechanism to craft them. Now, it actually caused a little bit of a problem at the beginning because there was kind of this unbalance between how many cans and how many seeds are being pushed around, and it actually caused a little bit of bounce backs and all sorts of bad things. So let's change that. So I'm gonna go roughly for the same principle that I created at one point and use it at any other point. I'm gonna actually change a couple of things around here. So this, let's change, I wanna change the tesseracts to be behind the machines on purpose because I wanna be placing more machines on that small line over here. Specifically the squeezers of honey and seeds. So let's change that. Now this liquid tesseract is for the molten redstone. So let's shift right click with my OmniWrench, change that to be molten redstone and send only. And this obviously is the molten ender. Yep. So let's again move this around and place it here. Molten ender, send only. Okay, so let's place things around. So to create, let's start with seeds. Seeds, so far I've been dumping seeds into here using any type of those recipes, and into a squeezer with cans because it's a part of the recipe. So any type of seeds in one can, obviously the respective amounts, creates a can, and then I exported it with an import bus. Made a lot of mess in my opinion. It's been working so far, but it's kind of a mess. So let's change that. I'm gonna need a couple of liquid tesseracts, and I'm also gonna need a new network for seed oil because I'm gonna use it in the crafting. But you know what? Let's just begin with the actual storage tank first. So let's use this one. So I'm gonna need a new valve. Let's get another valve, and let's do this. So let's replace this block with valve, update it, and set up the liquid tesseract that will be frequency 8, and that will be named seed oil. Add that, and that will be receiving only. So now I have an input, an input storage for seed oil. To actually create seed oil, I'm going to need to dump either melon seeds, pumpkin seeds, or normal seeds. Now, since I have a very nice production of normal seeds, this is what I'm only going to use, no seeds at all. And the same way I did with the molten ender and molten redstone, there is no crafting involved. It's simply will be an export bus that will be constantly dumping things out. Why is this not working? Why is it not? Oh wait, I should have changed the faces to this being orange and also this being orange. Yep, although the ender storage is already full. So that means that I'm going to need a squeezer. Do I happen to have any squeezer? I want to before breaking the existing system, I want to start placing. I want to have the replacement in place already. So yeah, I already have a squeezer. So this squeezer will be. Let's place it right here. And that squeezer will need an input of seeds and an output of liquid. Now, I don't think thermal expansion machines, they usually push their outputs out into the respective slots, but I don't think a squeezer does it. So that means I'm going to need something in between. Let's get first an export bus. Let's get an export bus and some seeds. So you can just start setting up the squeezing operation. So this goes in here. This will always export seeds, always active, a stack at a time. So this will constantly be filled up with seeds and make seed oil. And now, I don't think, if I place a tesseract here, I don't think it will interact. I'm pretty sure it will not. So if this is send only, it's on the seed oil network. It should be working. Yeah, it doesn't output anything. The squeezer will not push out liquids. You need to actually manually pull them out. So that means I'm going to use some liquid ducts as a part of the process. Not a problem, just a little bit of a change from the rest of these machines around here. So let's get 2 liquid ducts. And the redstone torch. Just one. And set it up like so. So this will be, oh wait, this will also be, oh, but this is sending only, so it cannot export from here anyway. This will be an this mode, an extraction mode. It will be going up into a tesseract. And there is some funny business going on. Oh wait, there's no problem actually. And there will be a redstone torch right here. This will work. Okay, let's remove this torch and actually place it here. I don't want this to interact with don't want the redstone signal adjacent to any blocks causing things to happen. So this liquid duct pulls from here and sends into the seed oil network, which also this tesseract is sending only. And this pretty much is working. And now it may seem like it's connected to this tesseract as well, but since this liquid duct is on extraction mode, it will not try to push any liquids into this tesseract. But since this tesseract is sending only, the liquid duct cannot pull from it. So it's kind of this interchanging, interaction between those two blocks, or to be more correct, the lack of interaction between those two blocks. And eventually, I've got myself some seed oil storage in here. Every one seed creates 0.02 buckets, so every 50 seeds give you 1 bucket. So now that I have that in place, let's set up actually the ender network for this. The ender tank network. Now, what color can I use for seed oil? It kind of has this bleached yellow color. However, yellow sits very well with fuel, in case I ever end up using it. What other color could I use? Yellow is actually very nicely set for this. Okay, let's use yellow, I guess. Now let's not use yellow. Let's use light gray. So 2 of those blocks, change the recipe to use those blocks and create 2 ender tanks. And then we need some more liquid ducts. So let's just craft 64 more and just steal 1. And another redstone torch. Whoops. Okay, so more liquid ducts. So this tank will be here, like this, on this mode, and break this. Place a block, so I can place a torch on something. This, and 2 liquid ducts. Change this to extraction. And now I have storage for seed oil. So a couple of things first. Let's change some things. The recipe... Okay, let's just break a couple of things. So this is the carpenter that uses seed oil. It's going to change a couple of things, but for example, okay, this is actually fine. No, this needs to go away. So there is no longer an export bus that's exporting seed oil cans. It's simply no longer a part of the system. And this should actually be just the same. This is also exactly the same. And this goes away. So there is no longer a squeezer making seed oil. So this, all those different recipes go away. They don't make any difference anymore. I'm gonna need some ME cable to fill up the empty gaps. So the squeezer machine, so first the hopper goes away, squeezer machine goes away, this import bus goes away, and this interface goes away. And it's being replaced with this. But now I need to supply this carpenter with seed oil. So the way I'm going to do that is first I'm going to make sure that I'm actually emptying out seed oil. So let's craft some of those impregnated casings on purpose to waste the existing seed oil. I want to make sure that I'm actually making this work. And also all the existing seed oil cans, let's just input them into the tank. I don't want to have any of them lying around without any use, so just dump them into the tank. Very conveniently, you can simply place them right here, and they get dumped into the tank. This is why I like Zycraft tanks so much. They work very nicely together with everything. You can also, of course, fill things up by, I think, if you place... it's actually dynamic. If you can either place a full thing or an empty thing, and the tank realizes on its own what it should do with what you've given it. Okay, so now I have this network available. And if I just wasted some seed oil, hopefully, so I can test this thing here. Yeah, it's clearly not full. So if I place this tank right here, by default it doesn't do anything, but if I change the mode to this, it fills up the seed oil. So there you go. This pretty much just slightly changed the way I'm creating those impregnated casings to directly use seed oil, and got rid of all the different production of seed oil through seeds manually pretty much. Now, can I reset the patterns completely? Is it possible? No, I cannot really do that. So I'm gonna need to kind of keep those around until I find another use for them. Just quickly place a small chest nearby. So at the moment I want to create a new blank pattern. I can simply place those, because you can recode a pattern, you can change it, but you can apparently you cannot reset it, or can you? Like, oh wait, you can. Shift right click, nice. Same thing you do with the data disks if you want to empty them. Shift right click, get rid of the recipe. Nice, good to know. So this goes away, and I can get rid of this chest. Okay, nice. So seed oil taken care of. Okay, so I actually wanted to also complete the honey this episode, but unfortunately I'm not gonna have the time. But I want to do something that is more for conveniency, but it's actually very useful, that I want to do for quite some time. Every time that I want to check my seeds or my wheat, I kind of like, when I'm at my farm and I want to check what's happening, I kind of have to come here and open and check everything. So I think it will be a good opportunity to add some storage monitors to everything. Most importantly, the things that I use most often. So, for example, let's get a couple of them crafted, and you'll see what I mean. Because obviously they can be accessed at any point at the network, what I want to do is, for example, by my wheat farm, start placing two of them. So let's have this here, this here. I'm going to need some conversion matrices as well. Let's get 16 of them as well. So for the time being, just two of them. Apply two conversion matrices, get one seed and one wheat, and apply both of them to each monitor. And now it's kind of a small convenient thing that because this is my wheat farm, right now I can see all the wheat in my system and all the seeds in my system. And the same way, this being my wood farm, so I can place this right here and get some wood. Let's break one wood. Oh, like this. And right click, I'm going to another conversion matrix. Let's get those, and also the monitor. So apply conversion matrix, and again lock the monitor. So now I can track the wood near my wood farm, the wheat and seed near my wheat and seed farm. Let's track mushrooms here. So what will be a good place? I think this will be a nice place. So mushrooms, track them here. So this, and this. And what else can I track in their places? I could track leather and meat. However, that's kind of stupid because I either have enough or I don't, so it doesn't make too much of a difference. I think that's it pretty much. Oh, I can actually also track well, no, actually I don't. Cannot track that. I wanted to track the amount of tracks that I have, but it's actually, again, doesn't make too much of a difference. Okay, so that's it. Now, there will be some changes in the future to my truck production system, probably, so I could apply that there as well. But that's kind of a small change that I wanted to make. For example, that if the cart wasn't running, I wanted to always to take a quick look at why is it not running. So doing it like this, I can actually very quickly see why is it not running, because I have enough wheat, enough seeds, or so on, so on. What do I have more of? And all of that good stuff. Alright, so I got seed oil production done. Also changed the way I'm using seed oil. So far I've been only using it for the impregnated casings production, but also updated that to work together with it. So another part of the liquid warehouse complete. Hopefully in the next episode gonna complete the honey, at least. Alright, so as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.